Yeah, welcome back. Today we're looking at finding the y-intercept from a quadratic graph graphically. So without trying to do any maths to it or looking at anything else. So one thing let's look at. What is our y-intercept? What's the point that crosses our y-axis here? So that means that we can look at that point and we can say, well, our y-intercept, that is our y-int is equal to 1, or the point 0, 1. Otherwise, if you had to do it ever from an equation, the little constant at the end, that plus 1, that tells us our y value, right? And that's because if we substitute in 0 here and 0 here, right, we will achieve that value back out. So that's kind of the solve way to do it as well, because I believe the solve way is probably even easier than even looking, but depends on what you're given. So here, if we look, we have right there, so that is at the point 0 and 1. If we plug in f of 0, we'll get 0 plus 0 minus 1. So we get that minus 1, and so I forgot to put the minus there before. We could also look at our table of values. If you have a table of values, and if it includes the x equals 0, we have the negative 1 point. So lots of ways to figure out our y-intercept. And last one, so here, find f of 0, 4. And so it's asking us to calculate it. Sometimes that's just a fancy way of saying find the y-intercept. So here we can plug in 0 minus 0 plus 3. So this is equal to 3. Also, you could have pulled that out from there. Could have just looked here. Could have just looked here. So lots of different places we can find that y-intercept being the value of where y is 3 and x is 0.